If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life, Jack. So I had a customer that found out that I work on guitars and have a YouTube channel and all the things, and they had a guitar that belonged to their husband. It was a Peavey Nitro, 1987-ish, something like that. And it was his pride and joy in high school. This brother even took his senior high school yearbook photo holding the Peavey Nitro. Man, look at that cool cat, dude. Come on now, man. Look at that. Unfortunately, a friend of his dropped the guitar, breaking the headstock right here. And the question became twofold for this guitar. One, can it be fixed? And two, can we refashion it just a bit, make some cosmetic changes? So unfortunately, we do not have the other piece of the neck. And so, yeah, we'll more than likely be looking for a replacement neck if we can find one that will fit the Peavey Nitro body. And I've got it taped off already because what the customer has asked me to do is to get rid of the old smiley face guy here. I'm calling him Smiley Joe for my purposes. What's up, Joe? And yeah, so initially it was going to be let's paint it black. And I said, man, I can do that. And then Project Scope Creep, as we call it in the biz, they found a really cool color. It's like a chameleon green, kind of a metallic-y kind of thing, changes colors in the light and all those things. And I said, hey, let's try it. I'm going to show you the condition of the guitar when I got it. I'm going to take it all apart in the vids. You can hang out with me and check that journey out. And so we're going to be tackling this. This is a very old Floyd Rose system. This is a Humbucker Seymour Duncan. I did plug it in. I've got nothing. This is the big problem down here. So yeah, I don't see any way to fix this given my skill set. So we will be looking for a replacement neck. The customer would like the skull gone. So we will either paint over or we will sand down. And I've got some interesting neck pocket cracks. Apparently 20 years ago. My friend's friend dropped this, and these are the remains of the day, my friends. So, yeah, that's what we've got. Man, today is the day, Jack. We have completed the vintage Peavey restoration project, man. Check it out, guys. Check it out. So I'm going to be delivering the guitar over the weekend to my friend, who's going to be presenting it to her husband. Man, this cat, I think he's going to be pleased. I think he's going to be really, really pleased, man. But man, what a journey this vintage Peavey Nitro restoration project has been. There's a full playlist in the description below of everything that I've done to this guitar. 12 videos worth of details and stories and all kind of conversations about this guitar and all the work that I've done. I just want to summarize that for you now, and then I'll put some sound samples at the end of the vid. Now, nobody comes to TED Talks Guitars and Life to hear me play guitar. It is just intended to be sound samples so that you can appreciate with me that this guitar does sound, I'm going to say it, pretty good. And did I mention she looks pretty good too? Check that out, man. Check that out. Pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Oh man, my friend is going to be stoked when he sees this. So what did I do to this guitar? So the guitar came in the shop with a completely broken headstock, and we didn't have the other parts. First order of business, we had to get a replacement neck, which we bought on Amazon. They were very hard to find at a 22 fret neck with the flat portion of the neck here for the nut for the Floyd Rose or the collar trim system that this guitar had. It really limited our options. We found one, it came in. I was not thrilled with it. In fact, I made a vid, it's in the description below. You know, Amazon fail or something like that. It was pretty bad in my opinion. I did a whole lot of work to it and got the neck where it's playable, it feels good in the hands. I think it looks decent. I'm not a professional at any of this, as you can tell, but I think it looks pretty good. It plays pretty good. It feels good to my hands. Will my friend enjoy it? Man, I hope so, but I guess time will tell about that. So we got a replacement neck. And by the way, I'll put a link to all of the parts that are in this guitar in the description, and I will put a link even to all the tools that I use along the way. In the videos of the playlist that is the restoration project, I always talk about the tools that I use, the steps that I took, and the electronics and parts that we purchased. So we put on a new neck. The tuners on this guitar are from my grandson's Ibanez guitar that I upgraded for him to locking tuners. They're standard closed back tuners. They're holding up pretty well. She has Diodario 9s except for the high E string because I didn't have one of those. But fortunately my friend had some strings in his bag, so the high E is an Ernie ball. So we got a hybrid on the strings. These are the original strap buttons. This is the original claw, the original springs, the original bridge. This is the original cavity cover for the electronics. This is the original bridge plate, and the screws for the neck are all original, and this is the original knob that was on the guitar. Everything else by way of electronics is brand new. So again, I'll put a link in the description below to all of these things, but we bought a humbucker, a MAXCHEER, I think it puts out 16.6 humbucker. It's just obviously a one pickup guitar. This is a CTS pot, and under the hood in the back we have a output jack from KAISH. It's a barrel, and again, you can look at the playlist and you can watch me do all of the work and put this thing together if you got that kind of patience or that kind of time. The trem bar is actually from a project when I blacked out one of my Tease ST1s. This came with it, and I don't ever use a trem bar, so it happened to fit in the collar bridge. This is a 2700 collar bridge. That means it's ancient. This is the guitar body, and this bridge and the nut up top here are from the 80s. So finding parts for this guitar was incredibly difficult. So that's why we went to Amazon for the neck and made some other choices that we could afford, that my friend could afford, to give her husband a great guitar. Well, I still need to set the guitar up. Basically, it's set up well enough to play, and it's set up well enough to give to my friend, but it is not set up to his player preference, because I don't know what his player preferences are, and I couldn't ask him because it's a surprise, Jack. Don't ruin the surprise, man. So I couldn't ask him about where he likes his string height. I couldn't ask him really about anything. So once he gets it and he plays it for a while, and if he wants the set up somewhat differently, I can certainly do that for him. I have to watch this nut here. We shimmed it that's the drama of that is in the playlist below. I won't go into all of that again. But she plays well. I think she sounds pretty good. I think, man, this is Rust-Oleum color shift. This should be shifting from like green to copper, kind of to black. I'm looking at the monitor over there to see if you could see that shifting colors. And yeah, man. So we put a little Canadian maple stain on the back of this thing, and we did some black stain on the headstock, and we did some true oil and some things to that. Well, anyway, guys, all that journey is in the playlist below. If you're interested in that, yeah, feel free to check that out. We'll stick around for some sound samples. Let me know what you think in the comment, man, just about the project, about the sound of the guitar. And I'll say this about the sound of the guitar and the pickup. I encourage my friend to purchase a modestly priced pickup. Okay, so this particular pickup is under $30. And just know that I know, and my friend knows, and her husband will soon know, that should he desire a better pickup for this guitar, guess what? We can put it in there for him, Jack, and he'll have a cool rock and roll machine. Man, what a project, what a journey this has been, man. Well, there ain't nothing left to do now but to check out some tones. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.